So I had got another download. Just real quick, I want to just expand on the last reading where this person, they this person that is trying to do some mirror magic on you, that wants you to be lacking in some sort of area. It could be a job. They want you to lack resources. But really what they want is for you to lack support in something that you do. Okay, so if you are loved in some sort of field of work, or for something that you do to help the community or just help people in general, they don't want you having that support from people. And I also feel like some of you guys could be in a relationship or you are married, all right? And your person provides for you, all right? Or you're getting ready to have someone that provides for you, or this could be someone just jealous of the fact that men want to provide for you, okay? Like I said in the last reading, you could be the type of person that does not ask for much. Um, but it's like you handle everything on your own, like on your own. And whoever is with you, they help you. It's kind of like they set the foundation or whatever. So this person's in competition with you for a provider or for a foundation or something. It's like they're lacking something in their foundation. They want a provider, but they don't understand that the reason why you have that is because you are independent by nature. You're someone that you're also a provider, but you're more, or you're someone that's meant to be more in your feminine energy. So why are you fake coughing? Hmm? Yeah, like this is someone that wants attention. They want to take away the attention from you so they could get it. So if they want you lacking a job, they don't want you to look good for your person. They don't want you to look like you can provide for yourself. Because naturally, a man is not going to want to provide for a woman that cannot do for themselves. That's just, I've learned this from experience. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You can like talk to men that maybe provide for other women and stuff like that, but they're not going to want to provide for a woman that can't take care of the house, can't take care of the kids, can't take care of themselves. Like, you know, they need just everything from you. So, but, you know, there's still men that do, but they don't stay. They don't stay forever, you know. Um, relationships, healthy relationships are interdependent. They're not codependent, right? So, you know, I've had relationships in the past where, yeah, they looked good, like outside looking in or whatever, or, you know, the foundation of the relationship, we had an interdependency, right? The ones that were more healthy than the toxic relationships that I had, but the basis of the relationships that I've had overall in my experience, the men that I have dealt with were more of like a provider, right? So maybe you could just be used to that, all right? Maybe you could be someone that is close with your father. This may not even be your person, like a man. This could simply be your father. Like someone wants to like, destroy the relationship that you have with your father. Because if you have a strong relationship with your father, that sets the foundation for strong relationships with like in your relationships, right? um it's like someone doesn't want you to have that security, because if you have security, right, like let's say for example this could be like you just being able to go to your mom's house, like you have that comfortability knowing that you have that comfortability knowing that if anything goes wrong or whatever, you can always go to your mom's house, all right, or your dad's house, right? They don't want you to have that, especially if this is like a toxic man. This is like a Raina. This is like an ex or something like that that wants you to be codependent on them. So they're trying to ruin the relationship that you have with your father. All right. If this is like a family dynamic, this could be a sibling. They may lack, like this could be like a half sibling, or maybe they just don't have that same relationship. Like like for example, like I'm closer with my father than I'm close to my mom, right? My mom and my sister, they kind of like they're buddy, like they're like this, and they kind of like gang up. They kind of like gang up. to me, and my father always told me, like, they're both always going to do that to you because of our relationship, and he was not, wrong at all. So it could be a situation like that, like, and I feel like someone supports you because you know what to do with that support. Okay, baby, come on, you was just in the bed, why are you keep getting up? Come on. Stay right there. I'm gonna go in the other room if you don't stop. Here. My bad, y'all. She fell asleep in the car. Now she up. But you know how that go. But yeah, someone does not so someone supports you because they know that you're going to, if they support you, you're going to thrive with that support. You're not going to be like this. In the last meeting, we talked about somebody asking for money, asking for favors, resources and stuff like that, and not doing nothing with it. Lying with what they're doing with it, asking for money, not using it for what it's really for. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing nothing with it. This is like someone asking to flip your tax money and they just spend it all or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't come back with nothing. Like, you could be very intuitive. You can know what people need without them asking. So you could be the type to get somebody stuff that they need, like, without them asking. So they want to help you. They want to support you. Like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. Okay, when COVID hit, right? I worked from home because, well, the office shut down, but actually, like a couple days or like a week before the like COVID hit and everybody was in quarantine, right? I got into an argument with my baby father, and I was working with him. And he like kicked me out the office. He was like, oh, because it was his office, he paid for it. Um, but like we would go half on certain things. Like if I wanted to hire somebody, we would go half on, like, the employee or whatever. But it was generally his business, but we were supposed to be partners, right? So he kicked me out or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, you got to work from home from now on." I kid you not, not even the same. I think it was the same week. The same week, the office shut down and everybody closed down for 2 months. Everybody was fucking broke. And you know what my dad did? Because I told him I'm gonna work from home from now on. My dad bought me a whole entire home office. A new desk, like the biggest monitor. Like he wanted, like I had the biggest monitor for a screen. He made sure that he got me a large amount of storage, in my computer. Um, he set it up. He set it up good. He set me up nice. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that if he supported me, that I was going to actually do what I was saying that I was gonna do. Like somebody doesn't have integrity, and that's why they don't have that. That's just why. My mom is always trying to break me up for my father, but I have a soft spot for my dad always. Period. Good fathers are good reference points as to what men is supposed to be. Never been in a relationship with a Jamaican guy. What? Yeah. That's funny as hell. I actually have. That's really weird. Why would you say that, Jared? So that's a very odd question. But I'm gonna let you elaborate on that. Until I'm gonna let you elaborate on that before I block you. But yeah, this go for anything. Like, you're not gonna want to keep spending money on somebody that you know is not doing nothing with it. You're not gonna want to keep doing that, and you still gotta come. This is like someone going out to work all day, right? They pay all the bills, and when they come home, it's fucking dirty. The kids still need help. They not bathed. There's no food. Like, what's going on? What you doing? What you doing? Like, you not. People go through their own stuff and like that, but generally, it was like, for example, I'm gonna give y'all an example, cause hi, yeah, I'm live now. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of like going further into the download that I got. So from the last live, if you didn't watch it yet. But they're basically in competition with you for a provider. They want someone to provide for them, but it's, what are you providing for? You're providing for you to do what? Like, you know what I'm saying? To be, what is the definition of provide? To supply someone with something or something like that, right? What you're supplying someone with something in order for them to use it, you know? But this person is just using it up and they're not like doing nothing with it. They could not even be, this is like buying food for someone that doesn't even cook, like buying like the ingredients of something and it just gets wasted. Like nobody's doing that. How long would you say you've been on your journey in tune with your gifts? I know I'm gifted, but not tapped in. Like I know I could be. Um, it's been a journey, but I knew I was a medium since I was about 6 years old when my grandfather died. But as far as like me being like, I mean, that's kind of like looking back, reflecting. But when I became really aware of my gifts was actually like actually after I was sexually assaulted. Actually, after I was sexually assaulted when I was about 16, it triggered something. It triggered something. I don't know, but it made me like really aware, like really really sensitive, spiritually. Like and actually like I had went to my friend's house like after like having that whole whatever traumatic experience. I had like I was hospitalized and everything, right? Um, After going through that experience, I had moved in with my dad. So, like I said, someone's trying to remove your father or remove your provider, your protector, your man from your life so that you don't have any protection, so they could do whatever it is to you. Okay. Um, but I moved in with my father after that, and I actually just started meeting people, whatever. But I had went to a friend's house. I didn't really know her like that, but we're still friends now. And she was one of the good people that I met. Like she was actually like one of my first friends that I met here. And I was talking to her father. I remember I was sitting in her grandfather's chair that passed away, and I started like channeling her grandfather, and I didn't know it because I was such a like my channeling. It's strong now, but it's like I'm more aware of it. Like before it was like I would be being used by whoever's ancestors needed to speak with them, but I was not aware. Like, so like when people would ask me, like people would tell me like, what the hell? Like they would be looking at me like, what the fuck did you just say? How did you know that? My grandmother used to tell me that. My grandfather, because that's what happened. Basically, I was talking to her father, and so you guys, I don't know if you have that gift. Not everybody has that, but it's like basically when you touch something, it's kind of like Wednesday. It's kind of like Wednesday. When you touch something that somebody um used to have or touch or whatever, you can channel that energy of that person, or you could get visions or whatever it is, right? I didn't know what the fuck that was called. I didn't know what gift that was. I don't at the time, but I definitely was aware after that because people started like literally rumors about me and saying that I was like a witch and this and that, and I was Illuminati. It was crazy. I was like, yo, I didn't even know anything about any type of anything, I started getting like downloads from my guides about like basically like lighting candles to channel them so that I could, I guess, like to protect myself. But I really didn't know why I was like doing it. I would just light white candles. Like I would light white candles, and I guess it would help me like protect my energy. They told me why, like I would just get random downloads. It's like kind of clear, like I think it's clear sentence. It's like when you just know things, you don't research, you don't gotta research it, you don't gotta this and that. You just do things, and they tell you why, like why. Like it was kind of like that. Like nobody taught me, nobody, like I don't I didn't have no initiation with some coven, like um it's okay, Empress Jess. My mom used to have that gift of touch. I think it's called biolocating. How can I get in touch with my ancestors? I would say the first thing that I recommend was is creating an ancestor altar. I had an ancestor altar since, well, I wouldn't say that I had an ancestor altar back then, but I would light white candles. Um And it would be like I was definitely in tune with my grandfather, and he was from Louisiana, so I guess that makes sense, right? He probably, and it was the one that initiated me, but um other than that, I didn't really have anybody that was really close to me that passed away. So when it started to be people that was really close to me that passed away, that's when I made an ancestor altar. So um like my grandmother passed away, and both my grandmothers passed away exactly like a year apart, right? um my son's father passed away on my birthday, and then my son passed away. I had a stillbirth at 37 weeks. So after that, it kind of like it kind of like catapulted me into like my purpose, like, to be honest, because I was a little bit more I would say like egotistical. Like I was not worried about tapping in. I wasn't worried about that. I was still caught up in earthly things. Like I was still worried about if people liked me. I was still worried about like looking weird to people, or like I didn't want to like if they give me messages, I didn't want to be weird about it. Like I didn't want to fucking sit here and give them the messages and stuff like that. But it would be like people that I didn't know, like the ancestors or spirits that I didn't know. So it wasn't like as like I wasn't as connected. But when it becomes people that it's like okay. Like it's a different type of connection that you have to people that that passed away, that were really a part of your life. And like when it starts being friends, when it starts being family members, it's different because I didn't really have nobody that I knew that passed away, like that was really close to. Like my grandfather passed away, but I didn't really know him. I remember my mom's friend passed away when I was younger, and I didn't really know her either. I knew her, but she came to me spiritually too. But so I've always been a medium since I was really young. And claircognitive. Yeah, claircognitive. Off topic, but I love your hair. Oh, thank you. God rest all your loved ones' souls. Period. And I do realize, like, because before I used to think like, why is all this happening? Why is it that so many people I know is passing away and stuff like that? Like, what the hell? But I understand, like, because I'm put here. I'm put in this area. I'm put in this place, in this position in people's lives because I am the medium. That's what mediums are. We're high priestesses. We are the medium between the realms. We are the communicators between the realms. So we're the ones, like, in back in the days or whatever, we were like basically the most important people because they cared more about like we're the ones that perform the ceremonies. We're the ones that people go to for counseling. We're the ones that made the decisions. People use us as counsel to make the decisions. We the ones that helped create the laws. We the ones that help, like, we help to everything because we are the ones that are most connected to source, and we can communicate with other realms when not everybody can. Not everybody is tapped in or aware of their gift. Like, and when you do become aware, that's when, not everybody passes their initiation, and some people, they get x'd out. Not everybody, like, when that term they say, oh, some are called, some just went, like some were sent and some just went, like, some people are really called to do this shit. Like, this is their calling. This is what they did in many, many past lives. Some people, maybe they did this in their past lives, but maybe they were dark, like, and other people, they just be trying to fucking do it just because they see other people doing it, like, and they be tapping into dark stuff. So, I feel like I consider myself like I'm able to I'm a Scorpio. So we do rule like the dark aspects of things. So it's like I can, like, the darker energies that I am able to channel, like, or like be aware of kind of like spiritually. It's like because there's different types of mediums. Okay, so I want to give an example because, like, Wednesday, if you watched Wednesday, the new version, right? It's like her mother, Morticia. She was a psychic or whatever. She would get visions, but her visions would be more like happy, like, oh, you're gonna win the lottery, or you're like, it'd be like meadows and shit, cutesy shit, right? But Wednesday's gift was a very, very hard gift to have, because it lets you see the truth of people, like the truth, the even if it's dark, right? So some of you guys, it's like it's hard to have that. It's hard to have that gift because it's hard to trust people when you can see. It's like you see the dark in people, right? And you don't always see. It's not always a balance. You have to balance it, right? I don't know. Before it used to be like I always would trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it turned into like, because I feel like at one point I became kind of pessimistic, like because it got to the point where it's like, especially when it comes to the spiritual shit, it's like, why are y'all so fucking evil? Like, why is everybody that's practicing this religion and spirituality so evil? Like, why are y'all doing all this weird stuff? Like, I would be weary of everybody, like, but it's like now it's like, okay, like I just have boundaries and like I get to know people, and everybody has dark and light, everybody, but some people operate more in their dark energy, right? A lot of people are not able to transmute the dark energy into the lighter energy. They're just not. They I don't know. I really don't know how to go about it, but like the most I could say, like I don't know how to explain it to you, but the most I could say is transmutation has to. It's kind of like it's like alchemy. There's no like it's like alchemy. So alchemy isn't done using like candles and stuff. It's done through you. It's done through healing yourself. It's done through meditation, your physical body, improving your health, improving your mind, stuff like that. Eyes are the window to the soul. You see their souls. Yeah. So it's like you able to, yeah. I've never watched Wednesday. Should I check? Yeah, go check it out. Go check it out, girl. You seem like you have a lot of knowledge, a hierophant. Yes, girl, I'm a Scorpio too, girl. That's probably why you on my channel. I think you guys, I got a treat for y'all Scorpios. I got a treat because I feel like I really have to spoil us. Okay, so I got a treat. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. I can't tell y'all what I'm finna do, but people are evil without God. That's why the world is lost without God. There's good and there's evil and there's light and there's darkness. What you're speaking about, most people don't have the intelligence to keep up or understand. Welcome. I said welcome. Malcolm said, "Are you looking for a man? Is a man looking for me?" No, I don't think so. What did Rihanna say? She was like, "I'm not looking for a man." She was like, "Honey, I'm dead." So, like, okay, I grew up in a Catholic church, and so half my family is Christian, the other half is Catholic, right? I went to a Catholic school. We went to mass once a week, and I went to church every Sunday. I believe we went to mass like a few times a week, right? But they taught us religion and stuff like that, and it was just like everything that they was teaching me, it felt so inauthentic. It felt so inauthentic, and I could literally see right through what they was teaching me and who was teaching it. So I didn't believe in what they were teaching me. You know what I'm saying? My connection with God grew over time through my experience. So I don't feel like anybody could teach what, like, God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could say that you believe in God, you could say that because that's what you was taught, but a lot of people lack connection. Because if you were truly connected to God, you would know that you also have to invoke the angels, and how you would be also guided to heal that ancestral trauma. So you will be guided to spirituality, more guided towards spirituality. Um, and that is counter, like, what we are taught, because a lot of people are taught religion. So it's kind of like you are going to be guided at some point in your life, you're going to be guided to be more spiritual than religious. All right. And if you aren't, you know, um, at that point in your life yet, you haven't gone through enough. Um, And you know, some people just choose to be dark, or some people are narcissists and they use religion to control people. That's why they're religious. Because a lot of these people that were religious that I'm speaking of, that were teaching me things, talking about religion this and God this and Jesus this, they're the ones doing the witchcraft. They're the ones invoking demons, casting spells, okay, and performing rituals. I went to a Catholic church. What do? Before mass begins, the person that is they have a person that assists in the ritual. It's a ritual. Church is a ritual, right? When we go there, when we break the bread, we drink the wine, right? To what? Honor Jesus Christ. We are trying to channel Jesus, right? In mass in the Catholic Church, if you don't know, right? So they light the candle, with the candle holder. They have to wear special robes. They light the candles. They go, they walk down the aisle. They go put the candle down into the thing. Da da da. Then they go to the priest. The priest, you know, they go like this. Da da da, and they start the ceremony. It's all a ritual. It's a ritual. So that is all. You know, if you want to get technical, when people start to shame African spirituality, they are they're shaming it because they want you to believe in something that is a benefit to them. They don't want you to tap in to also be connected to your ancestors. And not all your ancestors. You have high vibrational ones and low vibrational ones, but you do need to connect with them in order to heal that ancestral trauma, because you're going to start to embody them anyway. You're going to start to embody aspects of them anyway. So you need to understand certain things so that you don't repeat patterns. This is kind of like not knowing your history, so you're going to repeat it. If you don't know enough about your history, you're going to repeat it. Period. It's not just wine; it's consecrated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all symbolic. It's the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a ritual. That's what I was. That was my point. That was my point. Um, yeah, it's symbolic. That's the same thing in witchcraft. Everything in witchcraft, like what I don't know. I want to say hoodoo. I don't. I'm spiritual. I don't really call what I do witchcraft or hoodoo. I don't. I definitely, voodoo is a closed practice. So a lot of people generalize tarot readings and people that practice spirituality as voodoo. Voodoo is a closed practice. Okay, you have to be like, what is it, initiated into voodoo. I was spiritually initiated by my ancestors, right? So I don't, I don't resonate with that. But um I am actually ordained to like marry people, to you know, and stuff like that. I saw a shooting star. Jesus is a character in a book. You'd never know of Jesus if it wasn't for the book. So like, before I kind of like really like connected with God and stuff like that, what I took from the Bible was that that the stories in the Bible were examples. That's what I took from it. Before I believe, I do believe Jesus was a real person. He was a real person, but he embodies an energy that we all strive to have, just like Buddha, right? He's an ascended master. We all aspire to be like Jesus, right? But when Jesus comes, that's what they said. He's going to shake shit up. Just like the new age, this new age, whatever, we're shaking shit up. We're shaking shit up, right? We shaking the room. Shake the room. Hey, hey. Okay, period. So I feel like I said before, I really connected with God and stuff like that. Like, I took the Bible as an example of, not like word for word, like, oh, this and this, if you don't listen to this, da 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 da. Like, no, I took it as an example. Like, there's a lot of stories in the Bible that is definitely that could definitely teach you how to live, like how to live your life, or things about morality, like, what not to do and wrongful things to do, like Cain and Abel. Even the story of Jesus, like, how, for example, like, he was a martyr because he was really connected with God, and he tried to teach people the teachings of God, but because of the fact that people weren't really in tune the way that he was, they wanted to, they had their own agenda. They wanted to be able to control people with whatever it is that they knew or they thought they knew, or it's not even that they thought they knew it, because they be making shit up. They be making shit up, like, you know what I'm saying? Just as like, this is like you having to give, you have to go to church and you have to give offerings and this and that, or else you're not a good person and da 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 da. Like, no, that was what is that? That's not even a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to give offerings, you don't have to give it to a physical person in the church. Like, I give offerings to my ancestors all the time. I give them money. I give them gifts. I give them offerings. I give them food. You know, but you don't have to give it to a physical person. Church, you don't have to go to church every Sunday to love God and to know God. God is, he is all around you. He's even within you. So when you worship God, like, your body is a church. Just like your body is the church, you are the church. When what they say, when two or three are gathered, that's a church, right? So you could be like a pastor, but you're not in a church. Like, that's like me. Technically, I would be considered like a pastor. So it's something like that, right? Because you guys are on my live right now and we're talking about God, right? And I'm teaching you guys things about spirituality or whatever, da da da. So this is a church right here. This is a church. Cain and Abel, Tasha and me, masculine and feminine energy switched. Masculine woman and feminine men. We're having church right now. Okay, let the church say amen. Yeah, I really, honestly, hmm, interesting, Nicholas. I don't. If you go talk to a Satanist and ask, where is God? He will tell you that God is in the Catholic Church. Eucharist in Catholic Church. Interesting. I don't really know what you mean by that, but okay. Yeah, I was raised Catholic too. I'm not super religious though. Yeah, cause like, I mean, look at the Pope. Like, you over here, you over here saying Jesus this and God that and this and that, but you're molesting children. So, and it's like they still haven't got that resolved. Like, y'all still, like, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell. But it's certain stuff like that. Like, I could see through it. Like, fake monks. Yeah, fake monks. Exactly. Religion is a touchy subject. It's a touchy subject for people that are brainwashed, I feel like. A lot of people are brainwashed by it and they don't even realize it. So, I mean, it really has to do with you going through your experience and deprogramming. It's not easy. It's not easy because this was kind of like drilled in our head as children. And like, it's not easy. And it's in the schools and stuff like that, right? I went to a school system with it. So it definitely wasn't easy for me. But I kind of I was never the one. I just never. What did she say? I'm hearing that song. Why would I ever conform? Like, I don't know. I just never conformed, bro. I just never could. It's like somebody, I don't know, maybe you guys could have been this is, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing like a couple movies that we used to watch like on the VCR and stuff. And that's how they used to do the MK Ultra. Like, when they used to bring in that movie that we used to watch when like, it was a holiday or the like, I'm seeing that Martin Luther King VHS tape. Some of you guys, like, they try to do MK Ultra on you and they couldn't even do that shit. They couldn't even do that shit to you. Like, they was like, I don't know, like, I always was like, I have to see it. It's not even like I have to see it to believe it, but I have to experience it. Like, it's not even like I have to see it with my eyes. I have to experience it to believe it. Like, you're not about to sit here and try to drill something into my head. And I had an actual real teacher in my Catholic school, and he taught me about morality and stuff like that outside of the Bible. Like, he taught me, like, things that were more logical, I feel like, that helped me kind of put, but at the end of the day, I feel like you knowing right from wrong, it's like you can teach that, but not everybody is gonna because especially if you don't have good examples. If you don't have good examples of that, it's like, how are you gonna like know about it? But some people, it's just instilled in them, like their character. It's in their character. I don't know why it just stood out to me, character. So something about your character. I don't know. It's just like your character has always been strong, or like your will has always just been strong. And that could be another reason why people try to like yeah, like narcissistically like attack you and stuff like that. Also, if you're trying to like reprogram your subconscious and stuff like that from certain things, um like, you guys could deal with like, maybe you weren't able to be programmed, but you guys still have like certain things that they tried, that like the effects of it, like, like, this could be like, I talk about this all the time on my channel, like anxiety, OCD. These are things that they are literally trying to program us to have. Like with all this technology that we have access to everybody 24/7 now with social media and da da da. Like you could text somebody and it's like you expect them to answer it right then and there. It's like that, that's anxiety. Like that causes a lot of anxiety for people. You need to meditate, try to be present, and like, because I always say it's kind of ironic how in order for me to channel whatever it is that I'm channeling, a lot of times my readings do be predictions, but they're not always predictions. I feel like they'd be a combination of like, I feel like there'd be more like what's on your subconscious, or whatever messages that your spirit guides need you to hear. All right, maybe you already know, they've already been trying to show you, but you just need confirmation, right? But some things do be predictions. So, but it's funny, but in order to predict the future, in order to prophesize the future, right? Because even Jesus did it, right? You have to be present. You cannot be over here like, okay, what's the future? What's the future? What's the future? What's next? What's next? Like, no, you have to be present. That's what it means to be a channel, a vessel. You have to be present in the moment. Um, you're being used right then and there. And a lot of times, especially in the beginning of my journey, when I was like I was a strong channel. Like I was such a strong channel. And some people, like, this is like possession. This is like possession. Some people are easily possessed. Like I would be easily possessed, but it's not like by dark energies. Like, but you have to learn how to protect yourself from dark energies. Some people, they're open to dark energy. And it could be because of like they could be substance abuse, drinking too much. That opens you up to dark energies. That's why when people get drunk, too drunk, they may act different. They may act out and act crazy, right? And I talked about them trying to remove you from your father or remove the protection, right? And cause you to have daddy issues. That also causes, so maybe this happened, or this is what they're trying to cause or something like that. Or this could be somebody with daddy issues and they drink too much. All right. But I feel like they're trying to project this onto you. This could be a girl cousin. All right. But yeah, they wanted you to have daddy issues so that you would start drinking too much and stuff like that, or having substance abuse problems, so that you could open yourself up to darker energies. All right, because when you are pure channel, when you are pure hearted as well, it's harder for dark energies to even, they can't come inside you. You're still gonna be able to pick up on them, but they can't come inside you. Like, like you can't like when I would like I said, like I could sit in my friend's grandfather's chair and channel her grandfather. If her grandfather was a dark entity, you know what I'm saying? Like I would have probably at that time, with all the stuff I was going through, that was just after I was sexually assaulted and stuff like that. I could have definitely been open to darker energies. But you have to fight, you have to, learn how to exercise those out your body, out your system and stuff like that. Some of you guys, your guides could have helped you with this. All right, but meditation and frequencies can definitely help you if you're dealing with this. All right, but yeah, some of you guys, you just need to learn how to protect your energy better. All right, you need to feed your high vibrational ancestors. Don't feed into your low vibrational ancestors, and because a lot of you guys, you have people that were maybe religious in your family, but they practice witchcraft. All right, and they use it to try to control people. They did love spells and stuff like that. Some of you guys, you did like you have ancestors that practice like voodoo and hoodoo, but they did it for dark reasons. Okay, concubine. So someone Gambling addiction. All right, so someone could have been doing love spells to make you a concubine. Like they want you to be a side bitch so bad. They could have a gambling addiction as well. All right, this could be a man. This could be this man here that's they want you to be disconnected from your father. So this could be definitely a man that is like trying to like beef with your father. Yeah, reactive abuse. Or they just want you. So this is like, for example, like when you get into a relationship, like a very serious relationship, like your father is going to want to meet that person, right? If you have a connection with your father. And if that person doesn't want to meet your father, they definitely don't want a serious connection with you, right? If you are someone that is connected with your father, fishing for comments. This is someone that it's like they want your father to go against you, or they wanna put you against your father, right? So they could be trying to isolate you and stuff like that. Fishing for comments, Molly Perks. Yeah. So if you open yourself up, if you have a drinking problem or if you have a drug problem, you could open yourself up to demons. Period. Work COVID. And this could be what people were trying to, like, I don't know, I don't always blame other people, but it's like, yeah, someone is trying to project this energy, or this could be just a result of someone just being selfish as fuck and wanting a provider. They want you to have daddy issues and stuff like that, or they want to be your provider. They want to be your provider. They're competing with your provider to be your provider, but this is more a codependent energy. They don't want you providing for yourself, and they don't want someone that's like genuinely providing for you and doesn't want nothing in return, just so that you could thrive in your feminine energy. They want you to be completely codependent on them. That's two different things, right? Um, like a real man is not gonna fucking want anything in return. They're gonna know that, but real women, whatever you give a woman, she's going to multiply. And they know that, right? Fishing for comments. So someone is definitely like wanting attention. They want you to lash out and talk shit and da da da. This could be a work coven harassing you, okay? Yeah, a coven in your work. But your angel army is way stronger. There's a boy cousin too. Boy cousin and a girl cousin is here. Am I a main character? You're a main character in your own life. Period. When I'm drunk, I feel like I'm more aware and I can see the change in people when they're drunk. When you do like sip on a little liquor and stuff like that, you're more susceptible to spirits. That's why they call it spirits. So it's drinking too much of anything is bad. Drinking too much can open you up to negative entities. I've seen it myself. And the reason why is definitely because of, I feel like a lot of people have a lot of trauma. Like when you have a lot of trauma built up, you're trying to escape. If you're constantly trying to escape from your body and stuff like that, that's what the demons, they feed off of that shit. They feed off of that shit. Because of the severe abuse as a child, I grew up in the imagination and have always been able to see things from a higher perspective. Yeah, that's that dissociation. But you know what? You need that because that's how you really that's how you're able to see things from a different perspective. I believe we all have different paths as well as the paths our ancestors created for us. Not everyone is going to have the same beliefs. Exactly. I don't know. Like, I've never been the type to like drill something into somebody's fucking head. Like, I don't know. I do be interested in knowing what other people believe and stuff like that. Because there's certain shit that it's just like, okay, I'm not about to, I'm not about to get in a relationship with a Satanist. We not about to do that. But I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge people. Like, I never had a problem with religious people. but they always have a problem with spiritual people. I've seen that. Like, not every religious person, but there's a lot of religious people that have problems with people that don't claim a religion. And I feel like someone's character and their morals or their integrity speaks volumes, way more volumes than a religion. There's a lot of religious people. For example, I told you guys before, like, there was this lady. Her daughter asked her, like, oh, how many bodies you got or whatever like that, and she was like, why? She was like, oh, because I want to know if you're a hoe. And she was like, a hoe isn't, like, categorized, like, what I'm saying, like, by how many bodies. It's who you're sleeping with, right? That makes you a hoe. So if you're sleeping with someone's husband, you're sleeping with your sister's boyfriend, you're sleeping with somebody that you shouldn't be sleeping with. That makes you a hoe, not how many bodies you got. Especially if, for example, maybe you were someone that was sex trafficked, maybe you were sexually abused. That doesn't make you a hoe because you were sexually abused, right? Especially if it's people in your family, especially if it's people that you don't know. You didn't know those people. How are you a hoe? You know what I'm saying? Like, you was sex trafficked. So you can't really base that on that for a lot of different situations. But definitely that would speak on someone's character and their morals if they out here having sex with their sister's husband or their brother's baby mama, their brother's wife, their stepdaddy. Like, that's a hoe. That's a pure hoe. And these are these religious people. Some of them, they're religious. You over here doing magic to steal somebody's provider, steal somebody's man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Or you trying to this is a woman here as well. This could even be your own mother. There's a woman that's trying to separate a mother, not a mother, I'm sorry. You could be a mother though. A father and a daughter, so that she can be provided for by this father. Right? She wants to drive a wedge between you and the father so that she could be provided for. Bitch, never. You ain't getting shit. You already got a portion of my dad's pension unlawfully. Period. Bitch, what else do you want? Like, you're done. You're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna give you an example. So, like I said, like, whatever you give a real woman, she's gonna multiply. If you, like, just like when you give a woman a seed, when you whatever in her, right? She's gonna give you a baby. If you buy a woman groceries, she's gonna cook you a meal. Shit like that, right? Um, my mother, she would do shit like, I understand why my dad divorced her, because even when it happened, I was like, God, thank you, because like I understood completely, but I wish I would have went with my father right then and there, because the stupid shit, like, some women are really bitter. Some women are really, really bitter, yo. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm just glad I'm not like that, but I had an example of, like, kind of like how not to be. So, but there's still certain aspects, of course, that I need to work on, that I notice you're going to, even if you maybe don't want to um embody certain aspects of your mother or of your father, if you're a man, right? You're still going to subconsciously have those tendencies in you, right? But it's just certain shit you don't do. Like, it's just certain shit you don't do. So, like, for example, like, my dad would come home from a long day of work. He's paying all the bills. She works still, but she don't pay no bills. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think she ordered pizza. Everybody ate, left no pizza for my dad. No food for my dad. Didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Didn't even make sure that my brother ate, because that's my brother. He's my half brother, but he's not her child. She never even cared if he ate. My grandmother, my abuela, she would make sure that she give him money or whatever, or to go get a sandwich or something. Because my mother, she didn't even give a fuck about none of that. Like, you're not even cooking. What are you doing? You could at least order food. You got money, you know. You're saving a lot of money with this man being a provider. You could at least use the money to help provide for your own home. But it's just certain people, like I said, they're not fit, like, in their mindset to have a provider, because they are selfish people, and that's just it is what it is. Takers, you have to have a limit with the takers because the givers are not going to have none. That's how my dad's now ex-wife was. She tried to come in between us and didn't want me around so she could have all his attention on some weirdo shit. Yeah. Bonnie using my inheritance for her respirations. Hey, from Trinidad. Insure. What's up? Elijah. Guess what? Because the spiritual have the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit convicts us. These religious people don't want to be convicted, period. I did the same thing and watched and did the opposite. Your mom is messed up for that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Child, she messed up for a lot of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it got to the point where I was living with my dad, right? And my sister was living with my mom. My dad was still paying child support for me. I'm living with my dad. Make it make sense. And then at the end of the day, when I did ask her for any type of money to, like, you know, for school or just to help me out, because like I was pregnant and I was living with my dad and stuff and I was trying to move out. I wasn't really trying to move out, but I was trying to, like, you know, just have my shit together or whatever. I was saving my money because my dad allowed me to save because I'm living, you know, we live in a house. We don't, you know, I don't have to move. I can live with my father. I can live in my house with my baby. So this lady would say that she had to wait for the child support in order to give me money for anything. Make it make sense. You have your own money. You barely even, you know, the amount of rent that she paid is not even like, you know what I'm saying? Like the child support covered all the rent. So you got money, you know, because you got money left over from where you're working. But that's why people like that, they never have money in the future. You realize, like, people like that, they selfish like that. They may have shit like maybe like, you know, back then, like my mom, she definitely had probably money in the bank, um, and you know, she always had a car, she always had a place, but it got to the point where it's like when you selfish, God's gonna make sure that you don't have shit because you keep taking from everybody, you keep trying to use everybody up. So it's like, you know, my dad always says like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure your mom still got money in the in this bank or something like that," and I'm like, "I'm pretty sure she don't. I know she don't. You know why? Because God made sure she don't." And my mom complains all the time. She's like, "I never had to worry about money before. Like now I have to worry about it, and it's like I never had to worry about it before." I'm like, "Yeah, that's that ass coming back. That's that karma coming back." You can't do people like that, and you know, um, think that you're gonna be. Yeah, I'm hearing rich forever. Someone thought they was gonna be rich forever, right? But they don't give to people. You wonder. You'll be a wonderful wife one day. I hope you find the right man. Oh, thank you, Empress Jess. More people need to tell their real life stories. You are the best from the east to the west. Oh, I like that. That was cute. Yo, I'm dead. But let me see if it's 111 on the clock right now, y'all. I love y'all so much, and don't forget that I am having a sale on the mini readings. Um, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everything y'all do. I appreciate any donations. I appreciate y'all booking with me. I appreciate y'all buying anything on my website, spiritual supplies, skincare, all that. I love y'all for real. Like y'all really like my family for real. But besides the trolls, you know. But you know, we helping the trolls too. You know, we helping the trolls too. Y'all need help too. Cause clearly. Clearly. But yeah, let me get off of here because I still have to do my session I told you guys about. All right. But I just needed to get that out there. Why did the skeleton go to the party alone? He had nobody to go with him. You are stupid. You're stupid for that. I didn't care if you answer me, but do you offer personal? Yes, I do, and I'm having a sale right now. Um, it's in the. I think no, I didn't put it in the description box, but it's on the community board. Okay, it's like $10 for 8 minutes or something like that, and 15 minutes for $15. I forgot, but when you hang with the best, you forget the rest. Okay. I love you too. Gotta go. I gotta go. Y'all are fucking clowns.